Hello friends, this is Dr. Nihasha and I welcome you all for our Insta live today. And today is World Obesity Day. We are doing this to just spread awareness among people. And if you have seen yesterday's Times of India, the newspaper is here. There was one article like 8 crore Indians are obese, and in that 1 crore children are obese. 25% of the women are in the obese age, in the obesity rate. So I feel it's high time we do something about this, and it is not a cosmetic concern. Again, I'm very happy that now newspapers have started writing these articles. I have been telling this for last 20 years that obesity is not a cosmetic concern, but it is more because when you are obese, you have high chances of developing heart diseases, blood pressure, diabetes, PCOS, infertility, back pain, and the list is endless. Obstructive sleep apnea, and this time I'm very happy to read that in the newspaper that they have written that obesity is no more a cosmetic concern; it's more of a disease burden. So friends, we have Dr. Akash who has joined us. Thank you so much, Akash, for joining us. And I already told them that you are getting late because of the emergency. So I think that's yes, all right. That's the life of doctors. Yes, and I want to ask you. You have lost weight. He was 128, guys, and now he is 26. So he has lost 86. Sorry, I'm sorry. So 126 to 86. So he has lost around 40 kgs. Yes, ma'am. And that's an amazing weight loss, and this journey is around 2 years, and he has been maintaining his weight and he's working and he's much happier now. So I want to ask you, when you saw me, what was your weight and what were the struggles that you were going through?
First of all, thank you so much, ma'am, for having me here. You are not just a doctor for me, you're like a god. You're like because you've given me literally you've given me a second life, ma'am. So yeah, when I first came, I was around 128 kgs. I was in very bad shape. I used to have health concerns, severe health problems because I was not able. I had a spinal issue. I underwent surgery in 2019 Jan, and then COVID happened, lockdown. Gyms were closed, everything was closed. So I was just at home because I was having back pain. As well, I was having huge eating concerns. I was stressed, need PG, as all doctors know. So I was preparing and studying and eating at the same time. So I was having. It was a vicious cycle, and I was putting on weight. And then as I was putting on weight, I wasn't able to exercise as much because I was not able to walk, and I was having severe leg pain. I was able to go 10 minutes and then have severe back pain. And I went to my neurologist. He said that you are putting on weight, and that's why there's a lot of burden on your spine. But then I was not able to exercise and lose weight. So
it becomes a
vicious cycle. Exactly. So coming to your question of when did I decided to take a life-changing decision, was when I was obstructive sleep apnea. When I used to sleep at night, I used to wake up heavily with coughing, breathing concerns, difficulty breathing, and I was snoring heavily, and I was very concerned about my health. And as a doctor, you know that once you see that sleep apnea, it's a very high risk of heart disease, pulmonary hypertension, everything that can go wrong. So I came to you, ma'am, through a consultant, to a referral, and you told me, we went through a process of what procedure would be the best for me, and then in the end we came to this decision of the surgery. And then my starting weight was around 128 kgs. I was very heavily obese, morbidly obese, that would be the term for it. And now I'm 86 kgs, and I still have a lot to lose.
I still remember, guys, first time we admitted him, and I still remember I had 2 surgeries that day. So after finishing the first surgery, when I'm going to the ward, they told me that you have ran away from the ward. I want to know. I'm very happy that you are open about it, and a lot of patients go through the same thing, but the problem is nobody discusses with each other. I have seen patients who have lost weight with bariatric surgery, but they are scared to openly tell, and they will tell that I swam and I worked out, and that's how I've lost. So what happens? The other person is not able to take the decision.
Yeah.
They do the same workouts, but they are not able to lose weight, and they find it very difficult. So what were your fears?
My ultimate fear was not able to eat the food that I wanted to eat. That was my ultimate fear, not able to eat the way I wanted to eat.
So you felt that post-surgery you will not be able to eat whatever you want to eat?
What I would be losing my entire life, because I really love to eat. Eating is my passion. I really love to eat a lot of food. You can ask my mom, every day I used to eat KFC, McDonald's, everything. So my worst thing was not able to have that life, that part of my life back. And then, so that was one of my main concerns. And the other thing was that during the first few months, 1 month, you will have to have strictly liquid diet. That was one of my main concerns, because I was scared that I would end up in depression because I was not able to eat, and I would see all my friends eating. And even during that first few months, I remember with my mom, like, they'll all be eating like food around me, like nice food. I'll be sitting and having juice, and I used to fight with them. I used to fight and cry. I still remember, like, it did happen, but then in the end, the pain, ultimately the pros outweigh the cons.
Yes.
Ultimately, I know now that's not, like, yeah, first.
So you understand the benefits are much
that's
more than
yeah.
that small liquid diet for a few days
Yeah.
and things like that.
So obviously, you have to go through a first few months of little weight watching, severe diet, liquid diet, then semi-solids, then gradually you have to,
Yes.
then you start taking orals. But then, now looking at it, I feel that I should have done this sooner. So yeah, that first few months were a little hard, but then as you go along, you get to get used to everything, and you have to get used to your new life.
Yes.
And you get, I mean, the compliments you get, the drastic, like, wow.
In fact, I feel that like I've been seeing you for almost 2.5 years. So I feel that pre-surgery you were more depressed.
Yes, I was depressed, ma'am, because I was
because I still remember you were not shaving, you were not even cutting your hairs, and every time I have seen you can make out that you were under some clinical depression.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely, ma'am. I was under clinical depression. I was depressed because I was not able to walk. I was not able to have my own life back. I tried to go work. Working was not an issue. Was a problem because doctors, ma'am, you have to go for rounds. You have to stand 1 hour for rounds, see patients.
So you were not able to do anything.
I wasn't able to do anything. You have to bend to examine patients, writing notes and this thing. You have to stand and write. So all these things were very difficult, very hard on me, and I felt like I was losing myself, basically, and I wasn't able to even, like, try on the clothes that I wanted to wear. I still remember, like, sitting. We were at a clothing outlet, and I was sitting and I was wearing this stomach band for my abdomen, for my spine problem.
Yeah, you had a spine surgery.
Yeah, spine surgery.
You had a spine surgery.
You
had a disc prolapse.
I had a discectomy. I had L4, L5 disc prolapse, and I had a discectomy. So I remember, like, when I was sitting outside a clothing environment waiting for my mom to finish her trial, I was just sitting and looking at myself in the mirror with that waistband sticking out, my abdomen sticking out. And I was looking at myself and I was, like, very depressed, man. I was like, what have I become? And I wasn't able to walk properly. I had to hold that band that band was, like, literally holding my spine together, and the burden on my spine was too much because of my stomach. So it was very tough for me. I did go into depression, ma'am. So I decided, like, yeah, it had to be done. Whatever it is, it had to be done.
So you are happy now?
I'm very happy. Actually, I'm not happy because I have put on weight. I'm determined to put on more weight, but I have a new life. I'm very happy with what I've done.
Yes.
And I want to lose even more weight.
But I feel I would put it to all the people watching this live. The biggest support for him was his mother.
Yes.
I think your mother was the biggest
Yes.
support. See, I am seeing many times that parents are against the surgery. Okay, children want, but parents are against. For him, it was the other way around. Mother was for the surgery, and he was little scared, but his biggest support was his mother.
I couldn't have done this without my mother. My mother was my everything. She was my motivation, because my mother also, she's also into health. She's also into health. She diets, she exercises, she looks good. So she wanted her children to also be the same. And every time people see me and my mother, they'll be like, you have such a pretty mother, why are you like this? It used to be like that. So my mother's my inspiration, my mother's my everything, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be standing here today talking to you, ma'am, because she was the one who was like, no, you have to do this, I don't care, whatever happens, you do it, we'll see whatever happens. And I have all my credit and all my thing goes to my mom and to you also, ma'am.
That's true, because you need a supporting family. Friends, today I called him on this World Obesity Day because just to tell everyone that when you are obese, when you are trying to lose weight with diet, exercise, and if nothing is working out for you, or you have a lot of back issues, knee pain. I am seeing a lot of patients who have so much of back problems and knee pains, obstructive sleep apneas, and they are not able to work out. So for them, they need some help, and bariatric surgery is a good option. And Thank you so much, Dr. Akash, for joining us today, because it really means a lot for people who are scared of surgery. One last question: how many days you stayed in the hospital?
I stayed for around 5 weeks. Sorry, 1 week, ma'am.
In the hospital,
sorry.
beta?
No, not the hospital. 3
Yeah.
days, ma'am.
So 3 days in the hospital,
Yeah.
and by 1 week you were done with everything, and you joined duty. Right.
Yeah.
So that is another thing, and it's not a. Basically, it is done through keyholes and laparoscopy.
Yeah.
It's not painful.
Not painful.
There is nothing post-operative. Like, you just have to manage with the diet, whatever we are, advising, and it's an absolutely safe this thing. So thank you so much for joining. And friends, he has from 128 he's back to 86, and still another 10 kgs you want to lose.
I want to.
And I'm very happy to hear that he wants to. His BMI should be somewhere around 27, not more than that.
Yeah.
But then I'm very happy that he wants to lose another 10 kgs, and he's managing with his. He has changed his lifestyle completely. He has changed the diet pattern completely, and that's very important. And post surgery, he has been maintaining his weight, and still he wants to lose some more, and he has started working out. So that's a very big inspiration for everyone watching this video. And thank you, Dr. Akash, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you guys, thank you whoever has joined us, thank you so much for joining us today.